Somebody texted me earlier, said they were really scared. Do I really feel like we are heading into 1930s Germany? And I responded and said, absolutely not. I feel like we are revealing 2025 America, meaning that America has always been the carrier of devastation. We have always infiltrated and annihilated. It is not often known, but that is what history teaches us. That is what past history and current history shows us. You know, the leaders of the atrocities that were placed upon Jews in Germany. You know, they learned their torture tactics from us. They learned their methodology for demonizing certain groups of people. They learned that from the colonizers in America. We are not dealing with 1930s Germany. We are dealing with the revelation of 2025 America. See, like this is the problem with actually reading historical books, studying history, and I am by no means an expert. There are tons of people, Tad Strummer, like historians who actually do this for a living. I just read. But the problem is, once you actually start reading, as Americans, you will realize we are most often not the good guys. And it should not be a surprise when you realize that America was infiltrated by colonizers. And when I say colonizers, I mean the worst of the worst from Europe. The worst that they had to offer. The murderers and rapists, the thieves and unemployed, people who had no skill set beyond stealing from their family and raping their neighbors. They were the worst of the worst. And when given the option to be jailed or to sail to the New World, most of them chose the New World. So it should come of no surprise when you learn that most of the dictators who have been successful in whatever reign they have had, they have learned all of their methodology from the Americans. Because those Americans, those rapists and murderers, thieves, those people, those are the ones who colonized America. Those are the ones who came over and killed the Native Americans. Those are the ones who came over and raped Native women. Those are the ones who actually decided it was a great idea to own people as property. Because they had no skill set of their own, the only way they would be able to cultivate the land was to steal the labor of people who were knowledgeable. We are not dealing with 1930s Germany. We are revealing 2025 America. And the very, very sad part is you can look up any third world country. Look them up. And if you dig, sometimes deep and sometimes not far at all, you will see American fingerprints all over it. You will see the influence of the West, where we have upheld corrupt leadership, where we have gone in and pillaged resources. We have gone in and looted all of the assets of the country to our benefit here in America, to the detriment of the people who are residents of that country. So we can talk about Palestinian people in Gaza. We can talk about Africans in Congo. We can talk about any third world country you would like. And you will see the unfortunate reality that the West, in all of its touting of great democracy, we have our crummy fingerprints all over the fall of other countries. You will be able to see how we stole resources from other countries, sometimes annihilated democratically elected leaders to ensure that corrupt leadership was put in place, someone we could pay to look the other way while we go in and loot, steal, pillage the resources of that country. So no, we are not dealing with 1930s Germany. We are revealing 2025 America. And it is catastrophic. As a lover of democracy, as a believer in the truth that she holds, it's going to have to fall. And with the way this administration is going, it will not be long. You've got WikiLeaks calling in generals, assumably to require a pledge of allegiance and to terminate those who refuse to do so that they can take over the military to create a military state. And we know what happens after that. And I am not giving up hope. I still believe that the power is with the people because it is we, the people. But when we, the people, rebuild it, we've got to rebuild it better. We have to rebuild it in a way that does not devastate other people, because now we, the people, know exactly what firsthand devastation looks and feels like, what the uncertainty of the economy does, how nerve-wracking it is to wonder whether or not you and your children are safe. We understand. And so when we, the people, build it up, we must build it better to ensure that we don't become the very thing that we are escaping. Because no, we are not living in 1930s Germany. We are unfortunately revealing 2025 America.